trying to remember.
Check it. Vocal.
Testing. 1, 2.
Shabbat Shalom, everyone. All you people out there in that hallway, come on. Let's do this thing. We're welcoming all kinds of wonderful travelers here. I think it's the Hedricks, right? Hedrick, is that the last name? Childs, the Tennessee crew is in the house. Who else we got? Virginia's in the house. Off the boat, just off the boat. All right, well, we had a request for a song we haven't played in a long time. There's a reason we haven't played it in a long time. It's really hard to play. So we don't play it that much, but it's also completely in Hebrew, but it is from Psalm 34. And it's a wonderful way to start this beautiful Shabbat on a rainy day where God is nurturing and watering the land. This song is called Ta'amu, which means taste. Ready, Lance? You guys ready? Let's just say it real quick so you can maybe try to sing it. It'll be more fun if you sing with us. It says this. It says Ta'amu, Uru Kitov. That's kind of a hard R to roll. Ta'amu. Uru Kitov. Tamu, Uru Kitov. Okay? Just that part, if you can get that, you'll be doing great. So we'll play it once for you, and then you can join us. You guys awake? Okay, good. Just stand up real quick now that you're seated. Just stand up because, well, actually, you should probably stay standing because this is one of those songs that just demands it. I don't do that to you a lot because I always hate that when I come into a place and they're like, stand up and give the Lord a hand. What if I want to sit down and give the Lord a hand? Because I'm better at it when I'm sitting down. But this song requires it. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Tamu. Uru Kitov, Tamu Kitov, Tamu Uru Kitov Adonai, Tamu Uru Kitov, Tamu Kitov, Tamu Uru Kitov Adonai. Got it? Try it again. Tamu Uru Kitov, Tamu Kitov, Tamu Uru Kitov Adonai. Tamu Uru Kitov, Tamu Kitov, Tamu Uru Kitov Adonai. Avachar et Adonai bechol עת, תמיד תהילתו בפי. avachar et Adonai bechol עת, תמיד תהילתו בפי. גלות אדוני איתי ורוממה שמו ידיו. גלות אדוני איתי ורוממה שמו ידיו. תמו אורו כי טוב, תמו כי טוב, תמו אורו כי טוב אדוני. Tamu Uru Kitov, בחר את אדוני בכל עת, תמיד תהילתו בפי. בחר את אדוני בכל עת, תמיד תהילתו בפי. It's like playing to a painting when we do these. גדול אדוני איתי ורומם שמו ידיו. גדול אדוני איתי ורומם שמו ידיו. תמור ורוגיתו, תמור ורוגיתו, תמור ורוגיתו אדוני. תמור ורוגיתו, תמור ורוגיתו, תמור ורוגיתו אדוני. Okay, we can try that. Now you know how to do it. We'll play it in 5 years from now. You'll be good at it by then. How's that? Good? How about some more Hebrew? How about some more music in a language that you don't understand, that you've never heard before? That'll bring you in, right? I promise we'll finish it up with some Paul Wilbur. That brings balance to the world. Ooh, that sounds like something else. So, who can name this tune? Ah! We do need education. Every day we need education. But that's not how it goes. Okay, you guys stop. I'll start it. Ready? 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 כי מלאך ארצה ולך לשמורך, לשמורך כל דרכיך. 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 שם ישמוצך, ישמוצך ובואך, ויצא מאדו אילם. שם ישמוצך, ישמוצך ובואך, ויצא מאדו אילם. מלאך ארצה ולך לשמורך, לשמורך כל דרכיך. כי מלאך ארצה ולך לשמורך, לשמורך כל דרכיך. שם ישמוצך, ישמוצך ובואך, ויצא מאדו אילם. שם ישמוצך, ישמוצך ובואך, ויצא מאדו אילם. I promised you. Here we go. It is good to praise the Lord and make music to your name, O God Most High, to proclaim your love and faithfulness all the day and through the night. La la la, ya la 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 la, ya la la la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la. Make me glad by your deeds, O Lord, so I sing for joy at all your hands have made. How great are your works, O Lord, Elohim Baruch Hashem. Ya la la, ya la 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 la, ya la la la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la. It is good to praise the Lord and make music to your name, O God Most High, to proclaim your love and faithfulness all the day and through the night. Ya la la, ya la 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 la, ya la la la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la la, ya la 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 la, ya la la la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la la la. Okay, there you go. Can I get some more guitar on the monitor, please? Thank you. Now, the other thing I realized is we're not going to write a song for the Omer count. It's 7 weeks long and play it one time. That doesn't make sense. So, this is the Omer song from 67. We're halfway through the Omer. You know that? Talk about that later. God's gonna bless us, God's gonna bless us, and all the ends of the earth will fear Him. God's gonna bless us, God's gonna bless us, and all the ends of the earth will fear Him. Let the people praise you, oh God. Let all the peoples praise you. Let the peoples praise you, oh God. Let all the people praise you. Salvation among all of the nations, may your way be known upon all the earth. Salvation among all of the nations, may your way be known upon all the earth. Let the people praise you, oh God. Let all the peoples praise you. Let the people praise you, oh God. Let all the peoples praise you. Let the people praise you, oh God. Let all the peoples praise you. Let the people praise you, oh God. Let all the people praise you. Salvation among all of the nations, may your way be known upon all the earth. Salvation among all of the nations, may your way be known upon all the earth. Let the people praise you, oh God. Let all the peoples praise you. Let the peoples praise you, oh God. Let all the peoples praise you. Here's your part, it's your turn already. Let the people praise you, oh God. Let all the peoples praise you. Let the people praise you, oh God. Let all the people praise you. Let the people praise you, oh God. Let all the people praise you. Let the people praise you, oh God. Let all the people praise you. Now we did it twice, which is one more than we did last year in the 7-week period. So we're winning. We're better than last year. You can be seated if you want to, or you can stand. It's your choice. Let us make man in our image. That's what Hashem said. Na'aseh Adam, Na'aseh Adam, Na'aseh Adam, Na'aseh Adam, Na'aseh Adam, Na'aseh Adam,
Shabbat Shalom. Elias Kanamer, Bekol Kanashe, Virat Skatzvi, Begibor Kari, Lazor Sazon Avicha, Shabbat Shalom. Oy, 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 Nase Adam Betzabeinu, Kitbuteinu. Nase Adam Betzabeinu, Kitbuteinu, Kitbuteinu, Kitbuteinu. Adonai Kito, Ki Le'olam Chasto. Hodu Adonai Kito, Ki Le'olam Chasto. Hodu Adonai Kito, Ki Le'olam Chasto. Hodu Adonai Kito, Ki Le'olam Chasto. mercy ever endures. Hodu Adonai Kito, Ki Le'olam Chasdo.
Let's sing it English.
And give thanks for the Lord is good, His mercy ever endures. Give thanks for the Lord is good, His mercy ever endures. We're gonna thank the God of gods. Adonai Kito, Ki Le'olam Chasdo. Hodu Adonai Kito, Ki Le'olam Chasdo. Hodu Adonai Kito, Ki Le'olam Chasdo. Hodu Adonai Kito, Ki Le'olam Chasdo. We give thanks for the Lord is good. His mercy ever endures. Give thanks for the Lord is good. His mercy ever endures. His mercy ever endures. His mercy ever endures.
Let's stand together. Ya la la, ya la la la, ya la la, ya la la la, ya la la, ya la la la, ya la ya la la la. Baruch Hu es Adonai, HaMevorach, Baruch Adonai HaMevorach, Le'olam va'ed, Le'olam, 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 Le'olam va'ed. Ya la la, ya la la la. You may be seated, my friends, as we declare together the watchword of Israel, Macon, Georgia style.
Blessed is his name for all eternity. Blessed is the name of his glorious kingdom for all eternity. For all eternity. Yeshua, he is my Messiah. He's Lord of all. Yeshua, he is my Messiah. He's Lord of all. He's Lord of all. He is Lord of all. Yeah.
Let's stand for the standing prayer.
Open my lips, that my mouth may declare your praise. Adonai, open my lips, that my mouth may declare your praise. And my mouth may declare your praise. Declare your praise. Declare your praise. Declare your praise. Adonai, Sfatai Tifta.
To the God who is faithful through all the generations. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu Elohei Avoteinu Elohei Avraham Elohei Yitzchak Elohei Yaakov Ha'el Hagadol Hagibor Hanora El Elyon Gomel Chasadim Tovim Bekonei Hakol Bezocher Chastei Avot Bevi Goel Livnei V'neihem Leman Shemo Be'achava Melech Ozer Moshiach U'Magnin Baruch atah Adonai Magen Avraham. To the God who is faithful to resurrect the dead. Atah Gibor Le'olam Adonai Mechaye Metim Atah V'Rav Lechoshia Morid Hatah Mechakel Chaim B'Chesed Mechaye Metim B'Rachamim Rabim Somech Noflim V'Rofech Olim Umatir Asurim Umekayem Emunato Lishenei Afar Min Chamocha Ba'al Gevurot Umidom Melech Memit Umechayeh Umasmiach Yeshua B'nei Manatah Lechachayot Metim Baruch atah Adonai Mechayeh HaMetim. The Holy One of Israel, seated above the heavens. Kadosh, 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 Adonai Tzvaot, Baruch atah Adonai, Ha'el HaKadosh. Bimkom Malkeinu, Tofia, Tinoch Aleinu, Ki Mecha To the God who gives us this day of rest and refreshing. Baruch atah Adonai mekadesh ha-Shabbat. To the God restoring his presence to Zion. Baruch atah Adonai hamachazir shechinato le'Tzion. To the God whose name is good, who is worthy of all thanksgiving. Baruch atah Adonai hatov shimcha ulchanei lehodo. God who grants us peace. Sim shalom tova uvracha chaim ken bechesed v'rachamim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ya'la-la-la-la-la yamecha. Ochenu avinu kulam echad yalalai yalalai v'od panecha ki v'od panecha natat lanu yalalai yalalai Adonai Eloheinu Torat chaim ve'ahavat chesed u'tzedaka u'vracha ve'rachamim v'chaim yalalai shalom v'tov yeh v'necha levachenu ulvarech et kol amcha Yisrael bechol et uvchol shah yalalai bishlonecha Baruch atah Adonai havarech et amo Yisrael b'shalom. Shabbat Shamayim Yitkadesh Mecha Tavo Malchutecha Ye'aseh Ritzonecha Kasher Bashamayim Gam Ba'aretz Elamenu Lemacha Ten Lanu Hayom U'Mechal Lanu Al Chomoteienu Ka'asher Becharanu Gam Anachnu Lecha Yaveinu Yal Tibienu Lidei Nisayon Ki Im Tatzilenu Binara Ki Lecha Mamlecha Ve'Hagemura Ve'Hatiferet Rehomei Olamim Amen. That is one loud clap in the front row right there. Very nice. For the sake of our Master Yeshua, in his merit and his virtue, may the sayings of my mouth and the meditations of my heart be favorable, be favorable, be favorable to you. Oh Lord, my rock and my redeemer. Oh Lord, my rock and my redeemer. Oh Lord, my rock and my redeemer. Oh Lord, my rock and my redeemer, Yeshua, Hu HaMashiach, Hu Adon HaKol. Blessed are you, O Lord our God, the King of the universe, who has given us the way of salvation in Messiah Yeshua. Amen. You may be seated. May God grant us all a day of peace, a day of rest, a day of blessing, a day of connection, and enjoying the company of those around us. Shabbat Shalom. You can give your offerings right there. You can, your gifts, offerings, gifts, support, all whatever it is to you. You can do it there. There's a box in the corner, the handmade Dave Hazen Tzedakah box. Homemade is what you do in the kitchen. Did you build that in your kitchen, Dave? No. Shabbat Shalom, everybody.
Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat, 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 Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat, 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 Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat, Shabbat, Shabbat Shalom. Am Yisrael, Am Yisrael, Am Yisrael Chai. 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 Oda binu Chai, Oda binu Chai. Oda binu, Oda binu, Oda binu Chai. Oda binu Chai, Oda binu Chai. Oda binu, Oda binu, Oda binu Chai. Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat, 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 Shalom.
Thank y'all so much, Ray. It was great to see you up there, buddy. I'm glad y'all were here today. And it is so wonderful to see a house full and a bunch online. And I would like to welcome Janae and Christopher Davis from Virginia joining us today. And Jordan Hedrick, you lost all your family down here, and they're here from the Hedrick family, and the Childs family is joining us from Tennessee today. So it's so great to see y'all in the house. Don't normally call people out like that, but y'all needed it today. So we would like to welcome Raquel from Punta Gorda, Florida. I'm not even going to try your last name, Raquel. And now this one here, my wife and I, we had a discussion over this one. Andre Claro from Quebec. I was going to say Clorox, but I was wrong with that. Cody Cloud from Wichita, Kansas. Doug Hurdy from upstate New York. And Linda Knippick from Clayton, Georgia. We thank y'all so much for joining us today. We have people from India, Ghana, Philippines, Quebec, Japan, Singapore, and the UK also joining us today, as long as several states in between coast. And thank y'all so much for participating with us today. Today at 1:30, we will have Torah Club. Lance is going to lead it for me today. I got something I can do this afternoon, but somebody wanted to go tramping off to Germany, so there will be no kids Hebrew today. So, all right, but there will be Teens to Life at 2:30 to 4 o'clock online, and also this evening at 7 p.m. will be their Musar class. So, if you ain't got nothing to do, here's you something to do. It's a really good class. Y'all come and join. And then on May 17th, also, we will have a Hayesod class. Now, you will need a workbook for that. So if you do not have a workbook for that and you are wanting to join that class, hurry up and get it ordered so it can be there. But coming up on May 30th and June 2nd is a great time for you to be able to come and enjoy here with Shavuot, with Shalom. We have a few spots left open, so you need to go on and get them took up so you can have your space and come and join us and see our magnificent facility, but most of all, participate with our community in celebrating that. We still have space available, so you need to sign up by May 14th, which is the cutoff, and I think we have like 5 hotel rooms left. So if you need a hotel, you need to get with Linda ASAP. Not today, but tomorrow. Nah, but get it done. Get it done. And then Camp DeRote is coming up on June 23rd through the 27th. And on the 24th of this month, we will have a Bar Abraham for Caleb Schoenwald. And that will be on the 24th at 2 p.m. after Oneg. So y'all make your plans to come and join us for that spectacular event. And let's see, keep the Stone family in your prayers as they are moving. And the Schlosser family, they had a wedding last week, and this is Joseph and Jamie Schlosser. And our own Keith Price was the one to conduct the ceremony to unite them together. So congratulations to them. And the flowers that you see today, there was some comments online about them this morning, how beautiful they were. Well, ladies, they are in honor of you. And Miranda gave me this to write, so this is Miranda's words, and I hope I get them right for her. Today's flowers are to honor each lady this Mother's Day. In each arrangement, there are 36 carnations. 3 to remember the 3 mitzvot specific to all women, and the 4 different colors to represent the 4 matriarchs of our faith. Just as Proverbs 31 is recited every Shabbat, regardless of if a woman is present, so no woman is ever forgotten, and every woman who fears the Lord is praiseworthy. I invite and encourage every one of you present today to come after service to take one of these flowers and give it to any lady who has made an impact on your life, whether she is or is not your mother. And a special thanks and love to our 2 matriarchs, Jane and Kelly Eisner, without whom there would be no Shalom Macon. Shabbat Shalom and Happy Mother's Day. So, and there will be a container of flowers out in the front there if you would like, if there's not enough out here. Shabbat Shalom.
First, I want to recognize Dave's his commitment to excellence here. You understand that he doesn't pick out, he rarely welcomes Bob Smith and Susie Jones. He picks out the most difficult names to say, whether he can say them or not. At least he's giving it a go, right? He's pushing the envelope. Secondly, I'm going to make one adjustment to Dave's announcement. He's here, I can do it. The Musar class, pull that up real quick. Musar class, Dave said, if you ain't got nothing to do, you got something to do now. I'm going to promote it a little better than that. This is something you should do. Musar is excellent. It's not for everybody. It's for the teens, right? Right? Yeah. Yeah. So make sure, kids, this is the way that you set. Oh, this is everybody. Yeah. Musar is Jewish ethics. Musar is the way you direct your mind to think about how your thoughts are going to manage you day in, day out. This is very, very fundamental stuff at Shalom Macon, Musar. So if you're able to be a part of that class tonight, then I think it will be good.
There is one just for teens at 8.
Okay, got it. Now, one other thing. I want to do something really embarrassing. I'm going to put everybody on the spot from Tennessee. Come up here real quick. I'm not going to embarrass you, I promise you. Come here real quick, Chris and Janae.
Okay, I've just been informed there's no teens to life.
No teens to life. Come here. I promise you don't have to say anything. You don't have to do anything. Storm, pull this slide up. Come up here real quick. We'll stand together on this step. We developed an initiative, okay, which we've now called Calling Shalom Home, okay? What is this? This is this right here, which as you walk down the long hallway at Shalom Macon, you'll see that currently it is completely empty. There's nothing on that. What it's supposed to be is a gallery wall that honors people like the Childs, the Hedricks, the Savon, how do I say it?
Davis.
Dave, oh, that's your maiden name, isn't it? That's your maiden name. Okay, so that was a big blunder, but I'm used to it. The point here is this. These people are with us every week. If they don't ever come in person, we never see them. We never know who they are. The point of the gallery wall is so that we can have pictures of the families that are with us on Saturday, and that we can feel as if they are a part of our community, because they are. This is part of our family. From Tennessee, from Virginia, and not everybody gets to get here. So that's the point. So Amanda Christian created this wall, this page at shalommacon.org/gallery. You can go there. Unfortunately, it's not free. We have to buy an 11 by 14 frame. We have to print out your high-quality digital photo, but we're doing it just for what it costs, $20, okay? We're not here to make money on that. We want that to be there for everybody. If you can't afford it and you want to do it, and you just really can't, that's fine. We'll take care of it. But if you can, make the donation. What's most important is that we get pictures of our Shalomies from around the world who call Shalom home. Thank you, guys. I promised you I wouldn't embarrass you. I hope I didn't. I embarrassed myself. See, it's because I said something about you and names. It got me in trouble. Golly. Oh, and by the way, one more thing real quick. Stand up one more time. This is Christopher Davis, who you've already met. As you might be able to tell, Christopher serves in the United States Navy as a sailor, and anytime we have an opportunity to give thanks to one of our active duty military, we should take that opportunity. Thank you, sir. We appreciate your service. Thank you. Let's go to Shabbat school, kiddos. I'm going to do it quick before he cries. Yisimcha Elohim ke Ephraim v'hi Menashe. May the Lord make you like Ephraim and Menashe. Yisamech Elohim ke Sarah, Rivka, Rachel, Valeah. May the Lord make you like Sarah, Rebecca, Rachel, and Leah. Father, a blessing for our children, for their health, for their future, for their parents who are raising them up in the way that they should go. Father, give us all the strength and commitment to this, the next generation. Yivarechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha, ya'er Adonai panav elecha v'yihuneka, yisar Adonai panav elecha v'yasem lecha shalom. Okay, you can go, in the words of Nacho Libre, go away, read some books. There's a little bit of a curious component of the commandment that we read in Leviticus 23. By the way, this week is a monumental Torah portion. It's a combination of a couple, Acharei Mot and Kiddushim, which has over 100 different mitzvot in it, different commandments that are listed there. Also has the story of Yom Kippur. But Leviticus 23, which is coming next week, which speaks about all of the festivals, there's a curiosity there in the way that that commandment reads, which says, "You shall count 7 full weeks from the day after the Sabbath, from the day that you brought the sheaf of the wave offering. You shall count 50 days to the day after the 7th Sabbath." What we find, you shall count 7 full weeks, you shall count 50 days. Now listen, who would be surprised to know that there's a little bit of a controversy within Judaism about how we do this? Who would be surprised? I didn't think you would. Here's the deal. This seemingly simple instruction did create a sort of a interesting debate among the sages. It says, what happens if someone misses a day of counting? Okay? What happens if you miss? One perspective argued, you're out. That's it. You're done. The reason being, if you miss one day, then you cannot now complete the commandment to fill 7 complete weeks. You've missed a day, you're out. If a day is missed, that's it. The other perspective came from the other side and said, no. Each day is a separate mitzvah. Each day stands alone as an opportunity for us to grow spiritually. If you miss one day, you actually must come back the next day for the remaining days. So what happened? What do you think happened? The great thing that happens all over Judaism, I wish it happened more, it's something called compromise. There was an agreement reached, and here's what it says. If you miss a day, keep counting. But you don't say the blessing before you count that day. Why? Well, because then if you're not saying the blessing, you're not saying the thing about 7 complete. Okay, you get it. I'm not going to go into that. But that's Jewish wisdom for you. Acknowledging both the integrity of the complete journey and the value of each individual day. I think that's brilliant. I like it. Now, there's something profoundly instructive about this, weeks and days. The forest and the trees, the journey and the moments, it reflects actually a fundamental tension in how we approach life itself. But before I go there, I want to tell you about another bit of difficulty, another tension that occurs in Jewish history. The Talmud recounts that there was a major difference of opinion between Hillel and Shammai, the elders of the schools of thought that were there when Yeshua was, well, they were before Yeshua, but Hillel and Shammai. Here's how Shammai lived his life. In honor of the Sabbath, if he found, it says, a well-favored animal early in the week, he would set that animal aside for Shabbat and say, we'll have that at the Shabbat meal. If he found a better animal than that, he would take that animal for Shabbat and eat the other one first. In other words, his eyes were always on the horizon. He was preparing for, anticipating that sacred day at week's end. Sabbath to Sabbath he lived, you might say. Now, Hillel, as you might imagine, took a different route. Hillel approached each day in contrast to Shammai. He believed that God would provide exactly what was needed for Shabbat when it was needed. So he did not live in like this sort of anticipation of the future. He had a more trusting and appreciative attitude, I guess we could say. His motto was derived from Psalm 68. He said, "Blessed be the Lord, day by day." That reflects his mindset of daily gratitude and presence. Now listen, they're both beautiful. What's the difference? Well, Rabbi Sachs, of course, puts it beautifully. Hillel lived each day in and for itself. He did not obsess about yesterday. He was not anxious for tomorrow. Each day is its own universe, with its own challenges, its own risks, its own opportunities. Now, does that sound familiar to you? It should sound familiar to you. There's this teacher, this rabbi, this master that we follow who once said, "Don't worry about tomorrow. Today has enough of its own difficulty." Now, that's not exactly uplifting, but you know what he means. He's saying, be present. Be fully in the moment. Don't constantly be anxious for tomorrow. And not that we shouldn't prepare for tomorrow. That's not the point. I'm not saying Shammai was wrong, but we have two different spiritual dispositions occurring here. Shammai teaches us prepare, plan, anticipate. Hillel teaches us to be fully present without obsessing over the past or the future. And it's wisdom, and I love both of those perspectives. But listen, just like that Omer count conversation, we need the long view. We can call that Shammai, the whole 7 weeks. We need the daily view. We can call that Hillel. That's counting day by day. We can prepare for Shabbat all week long, but really we can also find blessing in each individual day, and that's what we call seeing the forest and the trees. And that is hard sometimes. I was studying, reflecting, reading, thought came into my mind, one of my favorite texts that's found in Deuteronomy 30, where the Torah reads, Moses says, choose what? Life, choose blessing. It's the same verse. Choose life, not death. Choose blessing, not cursing. Now, at first glance, you might read that and say, well, that's the same thing. Choose life, choose blessing. But I don't think so. I don't think so. I think they represent two essential perspectives on time and purpose that I want to talk to you about today. To choose life, okay? Choose life. This is the big picture. This is the long arc of existence. It's about making decisions that when woven together over time, they create this big life of meaning and purpose. It's Shammai's approach, sort of. Choose life, like the big picture of the 7 weeks and living with the end in mind, and we're going up and we're making choices today that bear fruit tomorrow. It's about legacy, it's about journey, about building something that will stand when we're gone. Choose life, the big picture. Now you ask, what's the difference? Isn't that the same thing as choosing blessing? Did Moses unnecessarily repeat himself? Is the Torah duplicative here in saying choose life and choose blessing? No. Why? How do we choose life? Here's the twist. We do it by choosing blessing each day. This is Hillel's wisdom. Finding the sacred in each moment, making each day count for something, regardless of what happened yesterday, regardless of what we fear could happen tomorrow. Choosing life is a strategy. Choosing blessing day by day is a mechanism. It is a tactic. Choosing life is the destination. Choosing blessing is the step-by-step journey. Both are essential. Now listen, we talked last week about gratitude, your breath, right? Counting blessings. That's a good thing. We should count our blessings. But even some of the things that we talked about being grateful for, those aren't things that you really choose, actually. Breath, bodily function. That's what makes it so good to be grateful for those things that are easy to overlook. This is different. There is an active tense verb associated with this. Choose life, choose blessing. That is to say, the opportunities that we have because we have breath, not just to be aware of them, to choose them, to engage with them, the chance to be a blessing. And I am really pondering about how easily we fall into routines. Routines that dull our senses to the preciousness of each day. Now listen, there is nothing inherently wrong with structure, consistency. We need predictability. But when routine becomes autopilot, then you are going to miss the very life that you want to build. And we talked a few weeks ago, I talked about herds, the herd animals, right? And we talked in the context of putting some of that stuff, the herd and the flock mentality, on the altar. But here again, it's appropriate because we are undeniably in many ways herd animals in the way that we approach our lives. We crave predictability. We want security. We love our comfort zones. And as we know, on some level, it's okay. Consistency provides safety and structure, but that very same tendency can absolutely rob us of the power to see and choose blessing. There's a book called The Power of Moments. It's by two researchers named Chip and Dan Heath. It's a really good book. One thing they describe in is what happens when our lives are on autopilot. Okay? That weeks and months and even years can pass without distinctive memories being formed. Your brain is actually wired to remember novelty and emotion, not really sameness and predictability, even if it's what we think we crave. Those things are very powerful in your brain. There was an amazing study that was conducted. It's called Attention and the Subjective Expansion of Time. Do you want me to go through the full abstract with you and every detail of how it was conducted? It sounds amazing, right? Attention and the subjective expansion of time. What this study did was identify something called the oddball effect. Research, what they did is that they would cause, they flashed an images, series of images, repetitive sequence of images. Brown shoe, brown shoe, brown shoe, brown shoe, brown shoe. Alarm clock, brown shoe, alarm clock, brown shoe, brown shoe, brown shoe, alarm clock. You get the message? The same amount of time each image was flashed. When your brain sees something different over and over, and then when your brain sees the same thing over and over, and then something different appears, your brain goes, whoa, and processes the oddball as the more important thing. And get this, it actually feels like that moment lasts longer. Brown shoe, brown shoe, brown shoe, alarm clock, brown shoe, brown shoe, brown shoe, brown shoe, brown shoe, alarm clock. In the studies, when they showed them these pictures, they would flash that image, same duration, the oddball effect. They revealed that alarm clock they thought lasted much longer than the brown shoe images. The profound effect of that is my point is how we experience time in life. When we break through patterns, what the Heaths call delightful surprises in this book, we actually expand time, even if it's only in how we perceive it. You understand the power of that? I'll make you understand it. We make moments more memorable, more meaningful, more lasting in our consciousness. Now that's amazing. We can make time feel differently by breaking routines. And this is what I mean by choosing blessing day by day. I'll come back to how we do it, but here's the challenge. Creating those moments takes intention. It takes investment. Not every day of your life can be monumental. Not every conversation or interaction that you have is mind-blowing. But without occasionally breaking the script of our routines, time simply vanishes. And I'm not talking about expensive worldwide trips or skydiving. I'm talking about being present in ordinary moments, in extraordinary ways. And this connects beautifully with, what we discussed last week about gratitude, about seeing the good in our lives. The same intentionality that allows us to notice blessing also enables us to create these moments. It is this sense of awareness, break the script, to choose blessing that leads to the arc of choosing life. Now, I want to explain something. This is deeply personal for me. Because like many of you, I am busy. I try to not say that word. I don't like that word, but it's undeniable. I have many responsibilities. Basically, I work 3 jobs, and I always feel kind of pulled. And when people ask me how I'm doing, I have for so often responded, busy, tired, I'm stressed. Does that sound familiar to anyone? Has anyone ever felt that or said that? Of course it does. That's the most common answer today. How are you? Oh, busy. Or I'm fine, which just means I'm too busy to want to talk to you about it. There have been countless days where I have gone through the routine, moving from task to task, meeting to meeting, only to come home, sit next to Kelly at the dinner table, mumble some probably unintelligible words about my day, and a casual, disingenuous, probably, how was your day? And then collapse into bed at night, unable to recall anything meaningful about the entire day that had just passed, just going through motions, not really prioritizing and looking for any ways to be a blessing or to experience a blessing. Now, in my line of work, I know I'm doing the only work I do right now all week. 30 minutes, 15 minutes to play music. I know, I got an easy life. These messages don't write themselves. Okay? I have a pastor friend who once described the relentless return of the Sabbath. As soon as one sermon or teaching is delivered, the next one looms on the horizon. It's got this sort of Shammai-like fixation on what's coming, but without the joy of anticipation, just simply the anxiety of preparation. It sounds almost heretical to say it, but sometimes the Sabbath itself can become a matter of preoccupation rather than joy. I'm definitely living for Shabbat, but not the enjoyment of it, the work of it. Oh no, my goodness, it's Tuesday. I don't even have 2 brain cells firing about what I'm going to talk about on Saturday. What am I going to do? I've got to show up and deliver something. Now, I know someone could say, oh, poor baby. You got to think and write and talk. Oh. That's not the point. My point is in the danger of losing our daily perspective, even in spiritual practices, which sounds unheard of, crazy, right? No, absolutely not. Weeks build into months, months into years. Suddenly I look back and I think, where has this time gone? I've invested in work and responsibilities, but I don't know if I've really chosen life. I mean, choosing blessing, have I looked for moments to bring joy into someone's life, to taste a little bit of the oddball effect in a good way? Not just thankful that I can breathe, but experiencing the breath of life with energy, with direction. And I'm afraid too often in my case, the answer to that question is no. I hope your answer is different. I had 2 stories that crossed my path recently this week. We're just sort of crystallizing much of what I've been thinking about. One I read in The Power of Moments. It's from a book called Chasing Daylight, which was authored by Eugene O'Kelly. Eugene O'Kelly was a 53-year-old CEO of a multi-billion-dollar corporation. He went to the doctor. They told him, Eugene, you have 3 months to live. You have an inoperable brain cancer. There's nothing we can do about it. In his book, Chasing Daylight, he wrote this: I was blessed. I was told I had 3 months to live. Blessed? What? A terminal diagnosis as a blessing? How is this possible? For O'Kelly, and this is a pretty familiar story, what happened is it brought absolute clarity in his life about what really mattered. He sat down, he wrote down on a piece of paper 5 concentric circles, working from the outside in, his relationships that mattered but weren't at the top of the list, and with each circle he worked in close friendships, and finally into the middle, into the family. And he then set about doing what he called beautifully resolving these relationships, working from the outside in. Those outside things were relatively brief, but as he moved in, more and more time was spent creating perfect moments, he described them as. Times of genuine connection and presence. He died, obviously. He died. But he wrote in the book, I experienced more perfect moments and perfect days in 2 weeks than I had in the last 5 years of my life, and probably would have in the next 5 years, had my life continued the way it was going before my diagnosis. Now I want you to let that sink in. The man found more joy, more meaning, more perfect moments in the shadow of death than he had in years of normal life. That's incredible, and it's to be noted. Last week I spoke about near-death experiences. I'm doing it again. It's a similar phenomenon that happens when people have a near-death experience. They face death. They return with the same profound realization. Suddenly they understand, I have got to choose life with intentionality. I've got to be present. How do they do it? Not through grand gestures, but they completely transform their daily routines. They develop a heightened day-to-day awareness. They actively pursue these special moments and the delightful surprises. If you walk out of here with nothing other than all this talking, I want you to remember delightful surprises. What those who faced death seem to discover is that the ordinary becomes extraordinary when you're fully present to it. They don't take it for granted. And what did O'Kelly prioritize? It wasn't, the classic thing of a bucket list and renting a yacht for my family to go all around the world. It was just sitting down with people, relationships, connection, presence with people who mattered most. The second story that has really moved me this week, Netflix. Love on the Spectrum. You've seen it? Who has seen Love on the Spectrum? Love on the Spectrum follows people on the autism spectrum as they navigate daring dating relationships. Okay, it's funny, it's cute, it's not supposed to be like you're laughing at them, but just it's amazing the way the honesty and the portrayal of how they interact with one another, and you can't help laugh. But what you can't help is to feel inside something amazing that these individuals bring to life. That connection, companionship, being known and loved by another person, they demonstrate that with such clarity. The need for relationship, knowing that people know and care about you. These are universal human longings, and they express them so beautifully in this show. They remind us of what matters. And study after study after study after study confirms what we intuitively know. Relationships are the most important thing you have in your life. Not achievement, not possessions, not status. Relationships. And I know that not everyone has a bunch of healthy ones. And I know that there are plenty of people to struggle to have even one. I get it. I understand. But the truth remains that choosing blessing day by day often comes down to how we invest in other people around us. That is part of that's the heart of Hillel's wisdom, I think, in this illustration. The sacred in each interaction, conversation, moment. They're not all monumental. They're not all oddball. I get that. But that's not real life. But you never know when a delightful surprise can emerge from something. Talking to the person who brought you your iced tea, or the gas station clerk, or, my goodness, how about your spouse or your children? How many conversations are massively memorable? Not very many, but when you have the one that has the connection and the opportunity to pour in and have a relationship connection, it's a perfect moment. It's a delightful surprise. That is a blessing. Now, we are halfway through the Omer count. I can't even believe it. This is to my point. I said it. 4 weeks, April, gone. Passover seems like it was yesterday. We have 3 weeks remaining. Eugene Kelly said, I had 3 months to live. Well, what if we approach these 3 weeks with similar clarity? What if we said, we are blessed? We are incredibly blessed. We have the opportunity, 3 weeks, to elevate our souls through choosing blessing day by day. I'm not suggesting you quit your jobs and upend your routine and go, hot air ballooning around the world looking for, maybe, who knows? Maybe that's what you need to do. consistency and structure are important. But what if we can seek out delightful surprises? What if we create moments that break the script, that expand our subjective experience? What would it look like? Here's 3 easy things. 3 things you can do very, very easy. I want you to identify your concentric circles. The O'Kelly exercise. Who are the people that matter most? Who are in the middle circles that you value but haven't perhaps connected with meaningfully? Make a simple map. Second, you're going to create one perfect moment each week. A time of genuine presence, a time of connection with someone in your inner circles. It doesn't mean you have to go spend $500 on a candlelight dinner. It might be as simple as a walk with no phone. It might be a conversation that goes deeper than usual, or an expression of appreciation for the person that you love that breaks the routine of your relationship. Third, show up daily. Daily presence each morning. Count the omer. Take a breath. Each day you count the omer. Identify a relationship where you might potentially break the script. Have that unusual conversation with intention. Express gratitude in a new way. Create a moment of unexpected joy. They all align beautifully with everything we've talked about with the omer, what Judaism's traditional thing is. We're working week by week, day by day. But listen, remembering, of course, that not every day can be filled with monumental experiences. But without breaking the script of your routine, time simply slips away. Time simply slips away. That's a scary statement. You look back and you say, wow, what did I do? Oh, I had a good life. What's memorable? I had a job. I raised a family. Okay. That's okay. This isn't about condemnation. What I'm trying to point us toward is a memorable life. Memorable. You know, there's this powerful exercise that's used in life planning. It's fairly morbid. Imagining that you're at your own funeral, right? And you ask yourself, what would you want people to say about you? What would you want them to remember? But you know, I realized it's actually less about people, what they say. If I could just see who was there, if I could just see who was there, it's sort of enough of a testimony. Who showed up? Who was there? I think about Angel Goodwin's funeral. Man, wow. What matters in that moment is who's there because you've invested, because you chose blessing day after day, not every day, not in every interaction. It's impossible, but with enough intentionality that your life became a blessing to other people. They'll show up. This is the essence of choosing life, building a story worth telling when we're gone. And we don't build that story through occasional effort. It requires intention and investment to become that. It is rarely do people in the funeral exercise imagine other people saying, wow, they were really successful in their career. Man, they could answer emails like no one's business. They always seem stressed. Wow. No, people are there because of feelings and saying things like, they made me feel alive. They changed my life. They brought value to my life. They were present when I needed them. They loved deeply. We created memories I'll never forget. Age is irrelevant for this message. Teenagers, you can listen and you can say, old guy, living in the past, reflecting back. I get it, but let me tell you how fast time goes. And even that makes me sound like an old man. But listen, you won't believe me until you look back and see it yourself. Take advantage of your youth. Young adults, young married people, cherish these moments every single day you invest in each other, because sooner or later, what often happens is those kids that become teenagers come along and then they mess everything. No, I'm just kidding. Life changes. Life changes. Don't ever, ever, ever lose the ability to see the blessing in the person across from you. Parents of young children, believe me, they grow up quick. Man, if I could have mine back. And I don't know if every parent feels that. I never try to live in regret, but that personal reflection I shared with you about living week to week, man, gosh, I've been doing this for a long time. I would do it so differently. It's not that we didn't have delightful surprises or perfect moments, but there could have been so many more. I read a study that parents that said you basically have influence over your children. You are their hero from the time they're about 4 to 12. After that, their mental and physiology changes, and the world changes. You got to take the time. You got to be present every day. Choose blessing. Empty nesters, retirees, septuagenarians, octogenarians, centenarians, I don't care how old you are, the message is universal. Choosing life is the combination of all the small blessings that you choose day by day, and they work together to create something beautiful. That's what we do. And that's what it means. We're building this thing. There's a teaching from the Baal Shem Tov where the Hebrew word is hitchadshut, which means renewal. Spiritual life, true spiritual life, depends on renewal, the ability to approach each day, each prayer, each mitzvah as if it's new. Even holy things become lifeless when they're just routine. We want to stay ahead of our habits. He said, and this is very Jewish, but he said, forget yesterday's accomplishments. Each day you must begin anew in service of the Creator as if you have done nothing yet at all. That's a very high calling. But man, you want to talk about choosing life and renewal, choosing blessings. It's a very familiar idea, again, to refer back to what the Master said. What did he say? Give us today our daily bread. These are invitations to present tense faith, to wake up. The counting of the Omer, it has this exact principle in mind. Each day, today is the first day. Today is the first, this is the 8th day, which makes 1 week and 1 day. It's in your mind. And as they culminate, it comes together at the end of this period, but each daily choice is cumulative. Modern life, I'm telling you, modern life too often for us feels like survival mode. We can't do that. So, I want us to continue through these last 3 weeks. I want you to see both the forest and the trees. I want you to see the days and the weeks. I want you to see the life and the blessing, and I want you to create moments. And I really believe that we can do it. Eugene O'Kelly said he was blessed to have 3 months. We are blessed to have 3 weeks. And all the days that God gives us after that, however many they may be, to choose every day blessing, leading to a life more abundant. Can you do it? Of course you can do it, if you want to. Shabbat Shalom. The first thing I would like to say in terms of my daily monumental perfect moment also is to acknowledge all of the mothers in this room. Also with sensitivity to always recognize that Mother's Day for some women is a very difficult day. And so as Miranda's flowers suggested, we are certainly, I'm thinking of my mom, I'm thinking of my wife, I'm thinking of all mothers in the room and wishing a blessing upon you, but I am also thinking of all the Eshet Chayils around the world, the women of valor. Let's stand. עלינו לשבח לאדון הכל, לתת גדולה ליוצר בראשית, שלא עשינו כגויי הרצות, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגורלנו ככל המונם, ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים, לפני מלך מלכי המלכים, הקדוש ברוך הוא, שהוא נוטה שמיים ויוסד הארץ, ומושב יקרו בשמיים ממעל, ושכינתו זו בגובי מרומים, הוא אלוהינו אין עוד, אמת מלכנו אפס זולתו, ככתוב בתורתו, וידעת היום והשבות אל לבביך, כי אדוני הוא האלוהים בשמיים ממעל, ועל הארץ מתחתנו. ונאמר וחיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ, ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד, ושמו אחד, ושמו. On that day, the Lord will be one, and his name will be one. Now may the Lord bless you and keep you. May the Lord make his face to shine upon you and be gracious unto you. May the Lord lift his countenance upon you and give you his peace. B'Shem Yeshua. Yivarechecha Adonai v'yishmarecha. Yo'er Adonai ponav elecha v'yihuneka. Yisa Adonai ponav elecha v'yasem lecha. Shalom. Shabbat Shalom, my friends. If there are new people that you have never met here before, please make them feel welcome.